Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm back. I'm back from the dead. I am here today with a Temu haul and some thrifty finds and of course some nostalgic TV trivia. But yeah, it's been, how long has it been, you guys? It feels like it's been forever. It's been forever. I've missed you so much. Um, yeah, I've been sick, and since we last talked, I got sicker. Jason thinks I probably got the COVID, but I did not go get tested. I don't have any real reason to get tested because I can work from home, and I'm the sickest one in my family. So if I did have it, I was pretty much sequestered to my room anyway. Well, Jason, was kind of stuck in there with me sometimes too. But yeah, so why do I think I had COVID? Well, because the headache was horrible and it went on for days with no let up. I mean, it was a sinus headache that felt like all of my sinus cavities were just completely plugged with rubber, and my teeth hurt, everything hurt. Nothing would make it go away. No amount of NyQuil, severe cold and sinus, nothing would make it go away. No steaming, no nothing. And that's kind of similar to my other experiences with COVID. I know I've had COVID once for sure because I was in the hospital for 17 days on death's door. I think I've had it once since then, a much milder case because I haven't had to be hospitalized again. But I think Jason might be right that maybe I did have it this time too. But luckily, it really didn't go past kind of here. So it did not, I don't believe, get into my chest. And that's really what landed me in the hospital the first time I got COVID, because my blood oxygen saturation was in the crapper. So yeah, so I've been working this week. I got a late start on Monday, but then I worked Tuesday and Wednesday all day. And I was going to try to film yesterday, but I was exhausted after the end of the day. And I was like lightheaded. You know how it is when you've been on medication for days and you're not eating quite right and all that. But last night we ordered in from McAllister, so I had a big, huge salad. So I got a bunch of vitamins and nutrients from that, and a good bowl of soup, some cream of broccoli soup. So that was good. And so I'm starting to feel better. I showered right before I came on here. And yeah, so I'm starting to feel the life come back in, but I feel like I'm always pale. So what am I talking about? And I put on this bright red lipstick to go with my Temu outfit. But I think, you guys, I lost like 5 pounds in my butt because some pants that I'd been wearing are now like all not so great looking anymore. And so, yeah, I don't know, but I'll take it however I can get it, right? But anyway, let's actually show you a couple things while I talk. I have so many things to say, you guys. Well, let's start out with some fun, crafty, stampy stickers. So, of course, I'm a little bit out of breath because I am still a little bit sick, but we've got some stickers. We've seen stuff like this on here before. I love these. My goal for these is to include them in mystery packs in my Etsy store, and also as thank yous to people that place orders when their purchase or when the item that they ordered is underweight. Because aside from my mystery box in my shop, all of my products are packaged to mail with a single stamp, but occasionally there are some things in my shop that come in under an ounce, so I can add things like this. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I just ruined that one sticker, but that's okay. So I can, you know, cut off some of this, you know, and stick it in there as an extra thank you. But yeah, I tore off part of this on the tape. But there's a lot. How long am I going to go before it repeats? So that's a lot of, you know, it repeats finally down here. So that's a lot of variety. And I love stamps. Now, I was watching a video. So if you watch Favorites with Laura, she has been talking about possibly doing live auctions with some of her things maybe in the future. I don't want to speak for her for sure, but she was thinking about it and thinking about using the what not, is that right? What not, all one word app. Let me make sure that's what, yeah, what not. I had never heard of this app. Maybe you have because you're living in modern times and you're not behind everybody else, but I had never heard of it, so I downloaded it a couple nights ago, and it's live auction. So if you go into it, you can host an auction of your own if you want to sell some stuff, or you can tap into other people's auctions, and it shows you, you know, it's really it's like not highly polished kind of, it's not like Christie's, you know, it's just people like you and me going on there and showing people their stuff, and there's like, they allot so much time for each item. I don't know exactly how, you know, they set it all up, but, and you swipe if you want to bid on it, and then whoever has the highest bid at the end of the time limit wins the bid. So this is like, I don't know, after midnight, Tuesday night maybe, that had downloaded this app, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to see what's out there. I would be interested in like ephemera, paper, stamps and stuff. And so now we're getting back to, since I showed you stamps, that's why I'm telling you this story. But I happened across this shop that was doing an auction for stamps. And if you've been around my channel for a long time, you know I love stamps. I used to collect stamps when I was a kid, and I would love using stamps in crafting. I even had a lovely viewer send me an envelope full of stamps. But in general, it's very hard to find stamps. I find it very hard to find stamps in antique stores, thrift stores, that kind of thing. Well, I happened across this auction, and I go in, and this guy is, and I don't even know how it works, except that I know you have to slide. But he's like, he's not even talking. Like some of them are actually talking and explaining. He's just putting stamps in an envelope, and I don't know if this is what I'm bidding on or not, but it was like $3, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try. And so I swiped, and I guess I swiped, I don't know, 7 seconds before the auction was done, and the auction finished, and it said I won, but he's just still sitting there stuffing stamps in an envelope and stuff, and I'm like, okay. And so I left, and then like maybe a half hour later, I went back in, and in this app, you can get a video receipt of your winning bid. So I pushed play on that, and sure enough, he's just filling this envelope with stuff. But then I hear somebody say junk for goats, because that's my username in there. And so he wrote junk for goats on that thing, and I'm like, I got all of those stamps that because some of these I would happen on, and they're like you're bidding on one stamp, and I'm getting this whole thing for $3. So no shipping or handling or anything. So I messaged Laura, and I said, what have you done? No, I didn't. I don't think I said that, but I'm like, I've never heard of this, and now I've already won a bid. So so yeah, that's my stamp story. stamp. I don't know why I'm doing air quotes, but because I'm so excited to talk to you guys. But yeah, so I've got some stamps coming in the mail. That's so exciting. And so then I've been looking up cigarette cards because I love cigarette cards. I've never been able to find any in the wild. And Jason's like, well, have you tried looking on eBay? Well, that was a rabbit hole because, yes, they found a ton of them on there. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to be careful. But I thought maybe this will be my new supplement for Temu. If I can find really cool, cheap things on Whatnot, that'll help maybe fill in the gaps for what I can't get with Temu. All right, I'm not going to look those stamps up because I'll have all of these products listed below, and it's probably only $1 or $2 for that. All right, next we've got another wedding ring alternative. As you know, I've been trying to buy, since one of my favorite rings, another one of my favorite rings went out of stock on Temu, I've been buying some alternatives. So here's a 2-piece deal. I like rings like this because you can slide in your own ring as desired, but it does come with this one. Whoa, that is huge, a huge center stone there, surrounded by a bunch of sets, including on the band, and it just slides right in and pieces together. You have to like a thick band, but I do. And whoa, well, that one's pretty big. And it's okay, it won't just fall right off. But yeah, I like that. It's flat, pretty flat, all things considering. My hands are like so excited. So excited to be back. But yeah, I like that. And if you got a ring like this and you have other solitaires maybe that you want to put in, I mean, this one that I've been wearing, I'll just take the solitaire out of it. Fit it down here. Okay, well, this one may not look quite as good with it because it's just sized a little bit different, but you get the idea. You can, or if you had a amethyst, or, you know, doesn't have to be a diamond, whatever kind of ring you want to feature. Do I have a different ring that I could? No, these are all just more of the same. So yeah. This, okay, this reminds me a little bit more of the kind of costume jewelry that maybe my grandmothers might have worn, but I don't care. I think it's really pretty, and I really only wear rings on my traditional wedding ring finger. So let's go all out. All right, let's see what that cost. So how you been? We got ice and snow here today. So that also means that the mailman didn't come, which means I have to email somebody. I don't know if this person watches this channel, but somebody placed an order from my shop and I put it out in the mail today and they didn't pick it up. So I need to let them know now that it is going to be late. Hopefully they don't dock me on my review if they leave me a review. No, I don't care, Temu. I just want to go to my orders. You guys, so I told you that I had placed another order. I placed like a $108 order last time I talked to you. Last night or the night before, I got a $23 credit on that one order because every single item in that order got a price adjustment. That was almost 25% back just in that one transaction. It was crazy. I was super excited about that because that will, of course, help me now get some more stuff to show you guys. But that's probably the best. I mean, I've never had an order that everything got a price adjustment on it. Okay, this ring, oh, this is more expensive for me. This was $441. It comes in sizes 6 through 10. And it looks like it's now $553. And it's another one that's saying it would be 0 because of credits I have on hand. So we also have a boil order, I think, going on for us right now. Well, I haven't checked the map, but a bunch of places in this area do because there's a water main break. So let's everybody hydrate. But yeah, so it's just been, I don't know, it's weird when you're out sick for a while. Everything just seems kind of off as you're working your way back. Okay, next I got a bunch of these no stickers. And there are some funny ones in here. I will kind of pay attention to which ones I show, though, because I think some of them are not very good to show. So, but they're all, you know, like, I don't know if this is no jumping. No running like an emu or an ostrich, whatever that is. No pictures. Okay, not gonna show that. No driving. No stapling? What is that? No opening the door. I'm making these things up. No swinging. So you get the idea. Oh, well, here, I'll show this one. No farting. So just a whole set of funny stickers. And we'll say those are a couple bucks. But again, if you're interested, check below. I'll have links. And I got prematurely excited earlier this week because I got an email from YouTube telling me that they had, you know, partnered with Temu and I needed to sign up for the shopping program with YouTube, which I've been wanting to do, but when I looked at it before, you had to have 10,000 subscribers, but that would enable me to link the products that I show more easily in these videos. And so I went and checked it out, and nope, still can't, not even close, you guys. So I don't know why they sent it to me. So I was kind of a little depressed there for a bit, but I'll get there. In a few years, I'll get there. All right, next. Okay, these were so cute. Now, I knew they were going to be small, but they were too cute to pass up. And I'm not really, I don't really buy a lot of these things, but I don't know if it's because I like owls. Oh, I like my owl ring, but it's these, I don't know. They're made to look like wood, but they're probably acrylic or resin or something. But it's a 3-piece set. So you can see they're small, but they would stand on a shelf nicely. So you get this one. You get this one. And I don't know if you can tell, but it is like engraved or whatever. It's not just painted per se. I mean, it's actually carved and painted. I mean, the backs are all kind of the same, but. And then a baby. So, yeah, I really like these. Maybe I'll make those maybe I'll try to make that my thumbnail after we're done. But yeah, I don't get those kind of things very often. But I looked at those several times, and once I look at something like 3 times, I'm like, okay, I give up. I will get it. Because, oh wait, let me go back. Those no stickers, since I just came across them, I paid $1.47. Mine is sold out, but there's a bunch of other sellers that have it, and there were 62 stickers in that set. Hilarious. Number 7 problem stickers. Some of them say hilarious no sign graffiti stickers. So yeah, okay, back to the owls. Okay, now I've gone too far. Maybe they were in that first order and I just overlooked them. Okay, hang on. Pull the glasses up. You guys, my stick of butter that smells so yummy, I can't smell anything with it now. That's why I think, another reason why I think I've got COVID, because it doesn't smell good anymore. And that is super depressing to me. Where is this thing? I don't have any filters on it. Oh wait, there they are. I did just look right over them because they're so tiny. But yeah, my butter, the kids were squeezing my first one yesterday and they gave it back and I'm smelling, I'm like, oh, I can't smell it anymore. I really, so that's why I really hope it is COVID, because then hopefully it'll come back, because otherwise I'm gonna be, that's kind of depressing to me. Okay, I paid $7.81 for that 3-piece set. I got one price adjustment. It's now $7.83, and it's a 3-piece owl set, animal statue gift, interesting owl decoration, bird art statue decoration, suitable for home, balcony, and desktop decoration. Family gift for friends. So cute. I love it. But yeah, where is it going to go? It'll probably go on my little shelf at work that sits on my computer. Because, well, I don't really have anywhere here to display it. All right, next we have some jewelry. Can't have enough jewelry. Can't have enough bracelets. Oh, my nose is starting to itch. Probably looks real attractive, and I'm like... All right, so we have a 6-piece set, kind of gold and frosted glass. What does that say? Amazing Grace, although it's very hard to read. It's very hard to read that. It's much easier to read in the picture, of course. But yeah, so we've got some crystal beads, and they're, let's see, oh, they're kind of tight. Okay, so there's always one. There's always one that's got more elastic than the rest for some reason. But yeah, so it's not quite as tight as I thought it was, but I love these, and there's so many to choose from on Temu. And I paid $2.50. I got one price adjustment. It is a 6-piece vintage boho beaded stretch bracelet set. Fashion elastic wristbands, alloy, no plating, ideal for daily wear and gift giving. Perfect for all seasons. But yeah, you can read the Amazing Grace really easily on the picture, but not so much in real life. But at least it's not backwards. That's happened before. So I don't wear a lot of gold, but this kind of gave me more pinky vibes. So I thought maybe it would go well with things. And while we're talking accessories, I am wearing my Pair Eyewear. I have Wanda is the style that I get, and I have my link, my referral code is linked in my description below, and I am not sponsored by them. I'm not sponsored by anybody anymore. And if you're interested in that, check that out. All right. I have not gotten any, well, that's not true. I submitted the ticket for being, to find out, you know, we all know it's tariffs and all that stuff. And if you watched Favorites with Laura, she talked about some updated information she got from Shein that's probably kind of applicable to Temu. Just, you know, they've got to kind of revamp things, whatever. I don't know if that's Temu's thing, but all they've done is ask me to confirm my YouTube channel and my email address. And I still haven't heard anything. So I'm not expecting anything. It's probably donezo, but we'll see. All right. Now these, if you watch Erin at Hey Everybody, she hauled these. And she's got fantastic skin. And so anytime she's like, you know, she's a great one to watch if you're looking for, like, she's really knows a lot about red light therapy, and whatever she does to her skin is just looks fabulous. Well, she was showing these. I was like, oh, I ordered those too, so maybe that'll be a good thing. But these are straw toppers, but these are supposed to help keep you from puckering when you're using a straw, so that you don't get the wrinkles around here, I guess. Seems a little suspicious, and I don't want to put my lips on this because I've got lipstick on at the moment, but the idea is that, oh, I could still suck water out of my straw without having to, I don't know, but it was enough that I bought it, right? So there we go. I don't know. They say, you know, like when you're putting on eyeliner, don't pull your eye and stuff. And I'm thinking, wouldn't you have to pull your eye for quite a long time to actually, for that short a period of time to create wrinkles? I don't know. I'm just going to live in denial and pretend like it's all okay. But you get, does it say on here? Six straw caps, whatever, converter. Would you call it a straw converter? Oh, there they are. $2.23 is what I paid. I got one price adjustment. Okay, so they call it a 6-piece reusable silicone straw cap, 9 to 10 millimeter anti-wrinkle straw covers for 30-ounce and 40-ounce tumblers. Well, just fits on a straw. An accessory. And let's see if they, okay, so instead of me getting mine dirty, see how easy that is for her to drink that water now and not have to worry about laugh lines. I don't know. Don't we want some lines on our face, you guys, to show we're still alive? It's like when I watch actresses on TV, I feel bad because, you know, they're in an industry that makes them feel like they have to do stuff to their face to still be competitive, I guess, in their market. But some of them end up, you know, with these huge fish lips, and it's not a good look. And I wish we could see a comparison of, you know, what would they have looked like if they just had aged gracefully compared to what they did. And I don't know, things I think about in the middle of the night. No, not really, but you know. All right, my last Temu item for this video is this awesome purse. I like bright colors against black. This color is a little out of place for me, for the brown, but anyway, and these are more kind of pastel colors, I guess, really, now that I'm looking at it, but color vibes. And it's just a basic outside, and it does have two that you always have to like go multiple times. Okay, so it's only one, there's only one slot in here, which I'm not a big fan of them doing the dual zippers unless there's actually two sections, because then I just feel like I'm getting jammed, you know, like the zipper is dragging on my skin. But I don't know, I've gotten a couple purses like that now, so maybe it's a thing. And it comes with just a, well, okay, just a light purple strap. I can probably find a better strap in my collection, but yeah, so there's the D-rings. You can hook it on there and be on your way. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed with this purse, I guess I would say, now seeing it, just because I really don't, I don't like this. I don't understand. If you're a purse person, why do they do this? Like, I don't get it. But it's just fine for sticking it's big enough for a phone and a wallet. So can't complain in that regard. Maybe I should make this my thumbnail. Purses are more enticing to come hither. All right, well, let's see what that costs. So I've got, like, I want to talk about my mom. She, of course, with the snow today, has never seen it snow before. So that's one good thing, I guess, with Alzheimer's, is everything is new, literally. Now, I had a dream last night where I don't know who I was with, but we were going back and forth like, you have Alzheimer's. No, I have Alzheimer's. No, you have Alzheimer's. You know, because that's when you have a parent with Alzheimer's or a friend or whatever, you think about it too much and it like invades your dreams. And ugh, that was like, I hate dreaming about that kind of thing. I don't want to think about it in dream world. I want to have fun dreams. All right, that purse, I paid $10.10. I got 2 price adjustments, and it is currently $9.02. It's looks like it's only available in black right now, but sometimes it's available in white and silver. And yeah, I mean, colorful leather crossbody bag in Dopamine style. Okay. All right. So yeah, so my dad and I text a lot to kind of help, especially with being sick. You know, I can't go over there I can't take the vid over there, right? And so he like messaged and he was like, my mom was saying how she didn't have anything, nobody's asking her to do anything. She didn't have anything to do. And he's like, well, what do you want to do? And she's like, nothing. So it's kind of one of those. So then I was like, okay. So I went to Chat GPT because, well, when I don't have you guys to talk to, I talk to Chat GPT. And so I was asking Chat GPT what some good activities would be for somebody with Alzheimer's. And one of the things that it suggested was sorting things. And so I thought, oh, okay. So I went back to my dad and I said, okay, give her, do you have something that she could sort, like buttons or coins or something that she could just spend time sorting, or laundry to fold, or, you know, something like that. And he's like, well, didn't you raid all my buttons? And I was like, okay, yes, I did raid all of their buttons. So I sent them over with a non-sick person, sent them a big jar of buttons. And then a little while later, my dad messages back and he's like, okay, well, now I've got buttons to sort. And I'm like, is that because she doesn't want to sort the buttons? And I don't know if that's what he was saying or not, but he got like a muffin tin out so she could sort the buttons. So they did spend some time sorting buttons, and that was keeping her occupied, because there's a house across the street from us that is for rent. And my mom is convinced that she needs to move there, move across the street into this place, which would be a dump compared to the house that my dad has lovingly fashioned for her. I mean, he's put a ton of work into this house, but for some reason when people with Alzheimer's get something stuck in their head, for some reason those things they can't forget, even though they forget all the important things. So she's been like, Jason and Galia were over there Saturday, and she talked about moving into this house like nonstop for 2 hours. And it's literally like, we're going to move into that house and, you know, break. We're going to move it, you know, I mean, it's like repetitive and stuff. So I have been praying that the spirit would kind of reboot her brain and dislodge that particular memory of the house or whatever. But, and I haven't heard if that's working or not, but yeah, so she's sorting buttons, and I guess has decided that she likes to sort buttons. And this jar was like a big mason jar that had come from my grandmother, which would have been my dad's mom. So he was actually finding some little trinkets mixed in with the buttons, and he was kind of having fun too. So I guess that was a good thing. I don't know how long that'll keep her occupied, but when she doesn't want to leave the house, there's no activities to take her to, because she's not willing to leave the house, and we are not willing to force her to leave the house. So it's just kind of a struggle sometimes. But, before, I know some of you are going to leave because you aren't going to be interested in the few crafty things, but I've opened up channel memberships on my channel, and I need to do a shout out to Erin at Hey Everybody. She joined my channel at the attempted murder level, which is my second level, and that justifies a shout out. So thank you, Erin, for supporting my channel in that way. And if you are interested in supporting, I'm like logging in here to make sure that I don't have any other, it's tiers 2 and 3 that get the shout outs. Tier 1, you get access to some custom emojis, and tier 2, you get shout outs, and you get a free crafty digital every month. And tier 3, you get those things, plus you get, I will mail you something from my Etsy shop if you provide your address, which I haven't had anybody do that level yet, I don't think, but let me just make sure. But so if you're interested in supporting this channel, check out the memberships. You should have an option to join. If you're watching on a computer, if you're watching on your phone, I'll have the link to how to join a membership down below as well. And let me just make sure. I've got 5 members so far, so thank you. 4 of those members are at that first Conspiracy of Crows level, and my 3rd level is a Murder of Crows. So thank you everybody for that. And also thank you to Robbie Love. I always say that wrong. I'm so sorry, Robbie Love. She sent me a Valentine's Day card, and that was super nice. And you guys, I have no excuse, but I still owe you guys some cards. And I don't even have the excuse if I got 15,000 cards in the mail. I didn't. I have no excuse, but I have not forgotten. It's weighing on me that I still need to send some cards out. So I will get them out, I promise. I just don't know when yet. But okay, let's keep going. Few crafty things to find that I've found in my wandering. First is it's gonna have some gross pictures of food, but this is a Wesson oil cookbook, and I'm sure it was probably only like 50 cents or something, but it's got some just neat kind of, I like illustrations more than pictures, but it's got some good stuff on here. And, you know, I'm trying to figure out some additional things to supplement this channel since I don't have as much Temu. And while I was sick, I watched a video of this woman who, the whole video was just her making mystery packs of ephemera. And I watched the whole thing. And so did 12,000 other people. And I'm like, I could do that. I don't know why people want to watch it, but I wanted to watch it. So, and it was literally, she was taking her supply. She was downsizing too, or, you know, trying to de-stash, I guess, her stuff. And so she was literally, had 10 piles, and she was just going around the 10 piles and putting, you know, she'd get something like this. She'd rip out 10 pages and fill them in. And I'm like, I could do that. I could do that. Would 10,000 people watch me do that? I don't know. But they watched her, so maybe it's worth a shot. Stir and roll biscuits, yum. So why did for some reason, I think I thought this had more pictures in it. Oh, well, it does have some. I like that. But it's even got, you know, some cool pictures like that too. But yeah, so these were all from an antique store in Central Illinois, I believe. And it was another one that they take off the price tag. So and it's now been like 3 weeks, so I don't know how much I paid for these. This next one is a postcard book. Usually at antique stores, you can find a ton of these collector books that are like price guides for things that maybe you collect. And I don't tend to like looking at those, because even if they're things I collect, I don't know, I would just Google. If I wanted to sell it, I would just Google, I guess. But this one I really liked because I really like postcards, and this one's got a ton of pictures of postcards in it. And I thought, well, that could be harvested. And it's got these cool kind of chapter header number things. So yeah, I'm like, well, these would be great to cut out and make tags or journal cards or tuck spots. You know, you could glue like the one side in it, and then you could tuck something behind it. And does it have years? It probably does. This is, well, first, let me tell you how old the book is. The book is from 1981. I was thinking it would tell us okay, I can't, it might be saying that all the postcards in here are from 1893 to 1918. Is kind of what that's looking like. So, I don't know, it's just got cool stuff. So, you know, if, okay, well, I was wrong on the years because this is obviously way later than that. So, so yeah, so if you're someone in the crafty junking world, I mean, there's also kind of these black and white pictures in here. Don't just arbitrarily write off looking at books like this if you like to source some of your supplies from books, because you never know. I mean, I love looking for books that have this kind of thing or advertisements in them, because I don't care if it's, I've got a couple of books that were just old advertisements, reprinted advertisements. I'm like, I don't care if it's new or not, it's still the same. Like, it doesn't always have to be on the super old paper for me to really like it. All right, and then I found this, so from the Bicentennial, and was never used. So we've got address pages here in the beginning, and then just all of these. I mean, this is awesome. Now, so this would be literally the kind of thing, if I was going to do a video of making mystery packs, I would literally be just, I'd break the spine. Is this a glued one or a sewn one? This one looks like it might be, oh no, it might be a sewn one. But, and I would rip, well, if it's a sewn one, I wouldn't rip it out because I might be able to get a folio out of it instead of just a page. But yeah, I would tear these out and put them in now. And, okay, I don't know if Gabby's down here, but I have to make a, I don't have to make, I want to make a junk journal for her. Like, listen to me talking softly. I want to make a junk journal for her for graduation because she's graduating high school this year. And I need to, like, tell you more about it when I'm positive that there's no other kids down here, because I don't want anybody knowing about it. But I would easily take her birthday page out of this and use it in that. You get what I'm saying? But this has a really nice kind of aged papered look. Well, you can't really tell, but yeah, I mean, it's a whole, I mean, it's got, you know, holidays in the back. So yeah, you can see it does have some kind of aging, although that's probably on purpose, isn't it? Darker colors in the middle. Is that like because of, huh? Like, I don't know if it's not by the seasons, so I don't know. Maybe it's a fluke that it looked like that. But anyway, I really loved that. And even if it had been written in, that could be fun too, because that's the way it is with ledger paper. You know, you find other people's ledgers. It makes no difference to you, but it's cool penmanship, you know, different kinds of calligraphy sometimes. You can get all sorts of things. Now, this book, I spied this at my favorite antique store out of town, but the shop was asking for $35 for it. And I was like, I'm not paying $35 for it. And that shop even does half off, but it still wasn't worth it to me. Well, then I found it in this other shop for $8, I think. But it is a typewriting book, well, as I've been showing. And it is, I took typing in school. They still offered typing, obviously. When I was in school, they still offered typing, which is how if I do ever get Alzheimer's, make me type something. So I'll be able to communicate with typing, because the muscle memory will be, I think you lose that after, you know, like other memories. But we used to have our, you know, you'd have your book standing and that you'd have to type the stuff in. And this is all about, well, it's the lessons and stuff. So you've got that. You've also got some cool kind of pictures of, and just different font sets. So yeah, so I thought, now the one that was more expensive, I'm pretty sure was the same edition, but you, okay, well, it looks like someone had cut one of those pages, but you also get like letters, right? Because it's teaching you how to correctly type a letter. And yeah, just, I don't know, I just think that stuff's so fun. I told you guys, when I'm looking for paper, I want variety. Now, sometimes you just want just a plain old book page because you're gonna collage over it or whatever. But sometimes I want there to be some interest, because sometimes people actually will read what it is that, they'll read the recipe that you put in, or they'll read the little thing just because it's interesting. It's history. So if you like history, it's fun. And then the last crafty item I've got, oh, well, okay. It's an atlas. Now, Hammond's is my favorite brand. It's not a brand, but it's my favorite, what would the word be? Publisher of atlases, maybe? But whenever I go into like half price books, I always go to the atlases to see if they have any by Hammond's, because a lot of the Hammond's ones, the map is printed all the way to the edge. It's a full page of map paper. And for those of you that are interested in this kind of thing, a lot of atlases, they have like a white border and stuff, and I don't really care for that. And I don't remember what this one is actually, because this one says Nature Atlas of America. So I don't know if it's going to be maps or if it's going to be animals. But Hammond is I like their stuff. And, you know, you can always take these front pages and, you know, they make nice kind of scrapbook paper. But, all right, so I guess we do get some maps, and it's kind of old paper. How old is this? Okay, gotta get my Roman numerals. MCMLII 1952. Okay, so, all right, well, this is not an example, I guess, of the ones that go out to the end of the page, but it's a really good texture and color. Like, you can kind of see how it's discolored. It's really nice. Oh, but then we've got, okay, so it's almost like postcards again of these individual, yeah, this is great. And because, okay, so here, because this goes with this, I can cut this in half, fold this in half, and you get the pieces that go together, unlike the other books that I kind of take apart where the back doesn't go with the picture. So that makes it kind of nice. You can almost make like a card. And it's also nice because if you didn't want to do that and you just wanted the pictures, you'd get a picture on both sides because they've put the picture in the same spot so that's what you'd be cutting out. So that would actually make a really nice little booklet. You could make a really nice little booklet to insert into a journal. And wildflowers, which would be my favorite, wildflowers and birds. Oh, and look. Birds. I don't remember how much this book cost, but I love it. So, of course, in all these bird books that I get, I am saving the crows and the cardinals, since we're St. Louis, for myself. And we've got fishes. So yeah, so this is fantastic. Insects, which includes the butterflies. And then it looks like just kind of an index kind of at the back, which those can be great too. And some tables, which could make nice journaling cards. So yeah, I love that. That was awesome, if I do say so myself. All right, well, that's it for the haul. Now, I owe you guys some answers to some TV trivia that I posted on my channel. I'm going to post the answers to that so that we can do a fresh card here today. And hopefully I'll do better, because that other card, I didn't really know any of those answers. So, all right. So, TV trivia. You ready? Question number 1. What did the amazing Dunninger do on his show? Number 2. For Welcome Back, Kotter, who composed the theme song, Welcome Back? Number 3. Whose voice was heard as Carlton the doorman on Rhoda? It's like, even if I watched some of these, I'm not sure I would know, unless it's like a really famous voice. Question 4. Who portrayed Stanley and Helen Roper on the Ropers? Number 5. Name 2 of the 4 bodyguards on the Chicago Teddy Bears comedy. Number 6. Who created The Odd Couple? Number 7. On what show did Leonard Bernstein make his TV debut? And finally, on Sergeant on Sergeant Preston of the Yukon, name Sergeant Preston's horse. You guys, this game keeps finding the most random to me. Like, I don't remember these being so hard. Let me take these off. All right, what did the amazing Dunninger do on his show? I don't know. I'm going to say magic, because it's amazing. Number 2, Welcome Back, Kotter, who composed the theme song? I don't know. I don't even have a good guess. Whose voice was heard as Carlton the doorman on Rhoda? I don't know. Like, I can't even think of a... I watched Rhoda, but I wasn't paying attention to the doorman. Who portrayed Stanley and Helen Roper on the Ropers? Well, I watched that too, right? Three's Company spinoff, right? But I don't remember their names. I could see them in my head. Name 2 of the 4 bodyguards on the Chicago Teddy Bears comedy. Never heard of that. Who created The Odd Couple? I'm going to say Paul Simon. It was a play, right? Didn't it start out as a play? With Jack Lemmon and Martin Landau, which I've watched all the movies, and I've watched almost all of the Jack Randall, the one from the 70s with the guy that was Quincy M.E. Was it Jack Randall? Jack Randall is from Outlander. Randall, what was his first name? In real life, not on the show. It was Oscar and Felix. So Oscar was the Quincy M.E. guy, and Felix was, wasn't it Randall? Oh, well, whatever. And I know it got redone with Matthew Perry, but I don't think I ever watched that one. But I don't know, I'm saying Paul Simon. I'm hoping I get 1 point on this card. On what show did Leonard Bernstein make his TV debut? I don't know. And on Sergeant Preston of the Yukon named Sergeant Preston's horse, I'm just going to say Maggie because it can't be Maggie, so why not? Right. What did the amazing Denninger do on his show? He read minds. Okay. Welcome Back, Kotter was composed by John Sebastian. Whose voice was heard as Carlton? Lorenzo Music? I don't even know who that is. Oh, yes. Norman Fell and Audra Lindley for the Ropers. And 2 of the 4 bodyguards, well, all 4 bodyguards were Duke, Lefty, Julius, and Dutch. Neil Simon, darn it. I'm giving myself a half a point. Paul Simon. I think I get that confused all the time. I think they're the same guy and they're not. So Neil Simon, doggone it. All right, whatever. And what show did Leonard Bernstein make his TV debut? Omnibus. And the horse's name was Maggie. No. Wouldn't that have been fantastic if it was? No, it was Rex. All right, you guys, that's it for TV trivia. Let me know how you did, and be sure to check out my community feed if you want the answers to the one that I posted the other day. I do want to thank everybody for praying for me while I've been sick and for supporting this channel with your kind comments, your subscriptions, your shares, your likes, your everything. I so appreciate it, especially during this Temu drought. So I apologize that I'm not showing you very much Temu in these hauls, but hopefully those of you that like just hanging out are still enjoying it. And I know there were other things that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't write it down ahead of time because I want this to be conversational. So those things will pop back up at another time if it's meant to be. And otherwise, I think that's it. So we're at an hour-ish, so that's a good time. And I can smell that the chicken and rice soup is ready, which I really need some of that right now to finish healing from being sick. So wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And until we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye.